Alright, today we're having a look at Shock Therapy by Tweak0357. Alright, so here we are in Shock Therapy by Tweak0357, and that's okay. Yep, I mean, I feel like there's a lot going on here already, and I'm not really sure where to start. Materials grapple with a grappling hook in your hands, but not when it's electrified. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, I should have seen that coming. Floors are safe to touch. Are they though? Are they? I don't know. This feels like very LBP2 in a weird way that I don't run into a lot, but that I kind of love. Not like super happy with. That's on me. Not like super happy with the name, but that's less to do, I think, with anything going on with the level and more to do with the history of Shock Therapy. Oh my god! Go! No! Uso! 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 They killed me. I was gonna start talking about mental health treatment care in the United States in specific, and maybe it's for the best. I don't know. Wow! Wowzers! Wowzers! Unexpected. There are supposedly 4, I didn't get to mention this earlier, there are supposedly 4 hidden dealy bobbers in the level that we are not gonna find. I mean, I'll try, but floors are safe to touch. Are they though? Are they? Just pretend that the previous playthrough. What? Yo, like, what is going on with this? Why is this dragging me into it's okay, I'm a little bit frustrated. Like, I don't know, is it a physics thing that I keep on getting? Oh, jeepers! Oh gosh! Oh my! Well then, what though? Like, what do you want from me? This blows. That section was, I did not like that section. I'm gonna go with that. How about we go with that? I didn't like that section. Would like to not ever have to do that again. But I'm gonna have to do it again, because of course I am. Oh, jeepers. I mean, I know how to engage with this type of hazard because it was in like all the LBP grappling hook levels, but yo, what? Swing, shorten the ropes to. Oh god! Don't like actually make me do things. Don't make me do things, please. I suck at this so bad. Can I just do the? No, fudge! No, we're gonna die. Okay, I just want to get up there. Okay. Just let me get. This is not what I was expecting. It's not my idea of a good time. Okay, we made it. Okay, oh. We're going back to the hub. We're gonna talk about this. See yas. And we're back. And Shock Therapy by Tweak0357. And I would. Wow. So we're listening to Thought Slime, not Thought Slime, Thought Crime, excuse me, if I got the sound balancing right, because this level, okay, it's a red triangle, like, it's straight up, it's a red triangle. This level sucks. I have very rarely said that, or had cause to say that, in my review series in the past 7 years of doing reviews. I don't think I have ever played a level that was quite as frustrating, quite as off as this level. I beat it. I beat it. I am the only other person who's played the level, aside from the creator, who's managed to beat that level. But I did it, and I feel no pride. I feel no pride. I feel tired and exhausted. I got to the very end, and I waited on the last jump because I was so worried that I was gonna get myself killed right before the scoreboard and have to do one of the most miserable parts of the level over again. And I was like, I can't screw this up. But I wanted to, I don't like it possible, especially if I'm playing for review. Just as a personal point of, I guess, pride, I do like to play through levels all the way to completion, if it's within my skill to do so, but especially if I'm reviewing things, because if I need to say that a level has problems, I want to be able to say that at the very least I engaged with the entire thing, that it's not just sour grapes that's talking, that like, oh, this level is too hard for me, and that's why I'm going to be marking it down. I want to be able to say, you know, I did it. I did the level, I did what the creator wanted me to do, and I still think that it has deep problems. And that is something I could definitely say about this level. One of the things that gets me about this level is that it's like a perversion of almost all of the advice that I give in, you know, in the review series, and when I talk to people about building levels, like it hits almost every point that I mention, but somehow manages to twist it into something that is just not fun at all. Like, okay, so it's got a consistent theme throughout the level. That, you know, you got your kind of like circuit boards, and you've got like the metal bits, and there's actually some layering of materials in there, which is something I often recommend to get the you know, a little bit more of like a detail work in what you're doing. And it's so sparse and slight that it just almost looks more ugly than if that it had just been overcrafted. But it is like a consistent theme, and it does go with the title, Shock Therapy, which is like, that's a choice. Because Shock Therapy is a whole thing that we did get into it in the first impressions, and we're not going to get into it now, but just look into the history of the usage of shock therapy in mental health care, and it's like, but you know, they got that theme. And so I often say to creators that, like, if you're going to add things into the level that are non-standard to the usual kit, that you keep it relatively limited. Just have like maybe 1 or 2 new things in the level. This level certainly does that. You've got like just the grappling hook and just the Creatinator power up. And that's it. And those are used throughout the level. They get a lot of space, more perhaps time than you would want them to have once you get to the end of the level. If you play this, I don't recommend it. But you know, if you do, I often say, like, hey, you know, if you're gonna use something like the Creatinator, the power up toolkit, like, do something neat with it. Do something different with it. And this is actually, like, this is a really cool use of Creatinator. I have to say that. And I was impressed with it when I first got to it. That idea of, like, using the Creatinator to kind of, like, pick things up like a brain crane and move them around so that you can progress through the level. Like, that was, like, that's cool. That's a neat effect. And I say, like, hey, scaffold your stuff. You know, build up the difficulty of what you're doing. And, like, this level kinda does that. And yet, like, it all just, when you put it together, I don't know if it's just a lack of playtesting, but, so for example, like, you know, I say, like, you know, have some verticality in the level, and, you know, so that the player, it feels like they're not just going from left to right. And this level does have that, but it is so slow. You've got the grappling hook, and you're like, you're either swinging into bounce pads that are going to flip you up and, you know, progress on that way, except, like, the bounce pads don't seem to have quite enough oomph, so you have to keep on swinging into the bounce pad, and there's an electrical bit that's coming down while you're doing that, so you could, like, die in that section, and you have to, like, do it over and over and over again until you get just the right swing to get to the top. And yes, I know that Tweak tells us to shorten in the grappling line, and, you know, I was doing that, and it still is, like, I feel like those bounce pads needed just, like, a little bit more oomph. And then you've got, like, the other type of verticality in the level where you're going to be grabbing onto electrified bits, and when they're electrified, you can't actually grab them, and you'll fall, and they're passing, like, a big charge between them. And it's like, there is a pattern on the charges, but there's not, like, a lot of wiggle room to actually get to the next bit, especially because you've got to kind of swing out. So, like, you're pulling yourself up to the bit, and, you know, it's almost like a straight vertical climb, so you don't have like a lot of momentum to get the swing in, and then you gotta kind of get around the bit to be able to swing up, you know, and grab onto the next one when its electrical field turns off, and like try not to hit the electrical field that's been shot, and make sure that like you're not on a timing like in the last bit where it's like it's really easy to get up to one of the sections, but then to get over onto the next one when it's not shooting out electricity it's just a massive pain in the butt. And it's like, it's all just like a massive pain in the butt. That Creatinator tool, like, yeah, it's really, really neat, but like the first time that you use it significantly, you're supposed to build up a block staircase to get, you know, to move on to the next point of the level. Those blocks bounce for some reason. It's because they're rubber, but like they bounce around, they fly like all over the place unless you set them down just perfectly. And you've got to like build up so many of them, so it just takes forever to get up to that point. You've got a couple of other places in it where you're going to be like that you'll be able to make 2 blocks, and you're gonna make like a stand to get up to onto like a conveyor belt area. You want to put the other block down onto the conveyor belt area and move along like that. But if you die, then you've got to reset the entire thing, and like, because you can only have 2 active at once, and you've already sent the block along on the conveyor, but when you hit the button, it gets rid of the block that's a step, too. So you've got to hit the button, make the step, hit the button again, grab the block, bring the block over to the step, ride it along on the conveyor. Now, the second time that you do that, you've got to do it like 3 times. You can make 3 blocks, and there's like 2 conveyor sections, and you've got to leapfrog the blocks across the electrical bits, and then there's, you know, a triple point where you're going to be going through this electrical, I don't know, like grid thing. It's not a grid, but you've got electricity shooting from one point to one point, and you know, through these 3 different bits, and you're trying to swing and get across to that, and there's no checkpoint after the conveyor section. So like, if you die, and it's really easy to die there, you gotta do the conveyor over again, and it takes forever. The first time I tried to play through, when I played through for Pips, that was so we got the 3 minutes that we did for the first impression, and then the block of recording that I did for the Pips, that was 17 minutes, and I didn't complete it that time, and I was so hot. There's probably a preview to the archive episode that's going to go up, where I just like, I'm going for a secret thing, because you get 4 lightning bolts if you can get the lightning bolts, and it's going to open up a secret prize at the end or something, and I'm trying to get it, and it's like this really fiddly jump, and I just can't manage to get it, and I finally just like, to heck with this, except I didn't say to heck with this, and I was just like, I don't care anymore. And if your level is making your players see the bonus thing and decide that they don't want to go through the trouble to get that bonus thing, it is so frustrating to do that they're just like, the heck with it, I don't care, and just want to get through the level. That's a failure. You failed your level. I'm sorry, I am very sorry, but you have. I know that there's skill levels, and I know the different levels of skill, and maybe there's some players out there that are just breeze through this level, no problem at all, but I'm not one of them, and I doubt a lot of people are. None of the other folks that played this level did. I'm the only one. And you get to the end of the level, friends and neighbors, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, you get to the end of the level, and Tweak has got the absolute stones to say, hey, ace this level for a special prize. And I'm like, no, my friend, no, I do not think I will do that. I will never play this level again. And to add insult to injury, you finish the level, there's a force level link to a hub of levels, and I hate force level links that you don't see like the devil hates sin. They waste my time. If I wanted to play some of your other levels, I will go to your planet and I will play them. You don't have to shove them in my face. And insult on top of injury, with salt in the injury on top of the insult. One of those levels is called Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and the level badge is Pennywise from It. And technically, yes, Pennywise is a killer clown and is technically from outer space, but the Killer Clowns from Outer Space were a very specific media property. There was a solid horror movie, much better than It, much better than the new It, the Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, those garbage movies. They were crap. They're total crap. At least the made-for-TV version is like kind of fun. You got Tim Curry as Pennywise, and he's having a great time. But the new ones with Bill Skarsgård, okay, Bill Skarsgård's really good in it, but like, you know, he's having a good time. But those movies are crap. Killer Clowns from Outer Space is not crap. It's a great movie. Now you're gonna name your level Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and you're gonna import a picture from the internets to use as your level badge. Take a picture from the frickin' movie and put it on your level badge. Oh, I am hot. I am so hot. I'm gonna put my angry face on. I am. The more I talk about this level, the actually angrier that I get. I've never played a level like this. I've never played a level that has made me this angry and frustrated, but it is very angry and it's very frustrating. This level was not... this would be the only time I do this, so bookmark this video and download it or something, or whatever YouTube lets you do, and save it so you can hear me angry about something that's not important, because you can hear me being angry about other things a lot. On stream, sometimes we're talking about trans stuff and how we're getting screwed over. We are getting screwed over right now. It's like, it's actually honestly kind of scary. You can hear me be angry about that, but that's a justified reason to be angry. This is nonsense. I am angry. I am close to furious about this nonsense level. I don't want to be this person. This level has made me be a person that I don't want to be. I don't want to be the girl who yells about silly stuff on the internet. I don't want to be the girl that gets like all up in her feelings with steam and flames coming out of her face because she had a hard time in a video game. But I feel that way right now. Tweak, why did you do this to me? Why did you do this to me? Okay, I'm gonna take a breath. I actually gotta, this is not a bit. This is not a bit. I'm actually this ticked off. Okay, take a breath. Alright, gonna wrap up this episode. Folks, don't play this level. You can watch the archive video if you want to. I don't like to push people to watch my stuff. I don't ask for the likes and the subscribes. If you want to do it, like, please, by all means, I'm not gonna stop you. But but if you want to see this level, don't force yourself to play this level. You will not have any fun with this level. And I don't want you to do that to yourself. I don't want you to be like me right now. Okay? So, that pretty much does it for us here at This Go About. So from me, Disco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.